I am far from finished on the expanding on the videos I've begun putting out on the domes. I want to further that information, but the recent video that I just released, I called it The Boat Sank because it was built of stone, when during the video I was proving how everything had just been petrified. There's actually just two things I'm going to speak on in this video. This is Lindome, and when you look down on this site here, because these sites like these are known as, let's just lay it out. So archaeologists say that when someone died, a family member died, they would fetch the bodies to this site here. Sites like this, they would drag these huge rocks around and place them in the shape of a boat for some reason, and then burn their body. And rather than just through the generations using the same site, for some reason they just decided to just keep doing this over and over again, which doesn't make sense. But when you look down on this site here, if you look over to the left, right, you can see a huge drop. I don't know how high it is, but it seems to be about 10 feet from the bottom ridge. Okay, now if you look across it all, it just looks like everything's been thrown over to the left hand side, yeah, like it's being hit with a tsunami to me. So imagine this, there was some town in this area somewhere, everybody had a boat outside their house, it might have even been a dock, alright, but a tsunami came anyway and just smashed everything over to the left hand side and damaged all these boats, and they all got piled on top of each other. And as the waters receded, you were left with all the silt and sand, and just dead bodies everywhere, right? And then it got buried further over time and then petrified. Unless, now I've just used the word petrified since. Now, there's actually, to my mind, not many cases. I can't even prove to you a case where wood has petrified that we can prove, at least from this side of the flood. Right now, when we was looking into what they call mud flood, some of you will remember a case, I think in London and France, where they had dug a site of a city, and some of the old telegraph posts had since turned to stone, right? But I can't place it, I can't pull it out now. To my mind, it's very rare, or just doesn't happen. That's why I always lean on all this type of rock being pre-flood, yeah, from to do with what I've done in the final jigsaw playlist. That's what I think this is. But in terms of these being burial sites for some elderly leader or a king, I just don't believe any of it. Just because you find a body once a blue moon, right, in some of these sites, so what? It means nothing over vast amounts of time, does it? Because even when the show shows on telly or films, this is how they saw off their leaders. Yeah, they burnt the boats, cast them adrift in the ocean and set them on fire, or launched a boat at them. Yeah, that's what we're told. They never did this, never. Well, like I said in that video, I wouldn't have even come to this knowledge if it wouldn't have been for the work that I put out in the final Jigsaw album. I almost bumped into this more or less straight away, and it was actually this particular boat, because the front of it, I'll play you this short video, because they make them in the exact same way today. Some type of binder, nailed them into position and put like a bitumen on them, yeah? But it's in 3 sections for strength. It's the exact same way today, so this is absolutely 100% petrified wood, in my opinion, pre-flood wood. Something different about it. But for people coming to this information for the first time, if it was me, then I would want to know why all these pieces that are left now are so large. Now, I'm not on site, so I can't see if the rest of them are joined together in the same way. But if not, I would just say that they made them very differently. The boat that I'm showing here, that the building is a different boat anyway. It's just an example. But the sections down the side, I would say that they almost use full tree trunks and shape them. Yeah, obviously they'd have to make the boat flexible, else it would just break apart. But as it got destroyed and then later petrified, all the decking and smaller pieces would have rusted away the nails, and then as it petrified, the rest would have broken away, and then you're just left with the big sections, the ribbing. That's what we always see, isn't it? But this front piece here leaves you in no doubt that what we are looking at is manufactured wood. There's just no doubt about it.